Good afternoon, Eric Auger, America's Choice Realty, broadcasting from my office, and today's topic is the top 4 reasons why homes do not sell for their full asking price. Sit back and relax, we're about to get started. I love playing with my technology. So today's subject is the top 4 reasons why homes don't sell for the full asking price, and it's probably not what you're thinking. So let's dive into it. The reason number 1 is your house is not ready for market. It shows signs of wear and tear and needs repairs. Buyers are unimpressed and concentrate their attention on defects rather than the house. And I see that every day when I show houses, properties that haven't been prepared for sale. It is as if the seller and the realtor were in such a rush to get it in the MLS that they completely forgot about what's important. And what's critically important is to make a good first impression. Here's why this is so important. Here's what's happening in the mind of a buyer. If a buyer drives up to the property and notice that the front yard is in need of maintenance and cleanup, already the first impression is not good. As that person enters the house, the buyers are very critical, and they will be looking for things that are wrong with the house. That's how they make decisions. And so if you give them a stick to beat you with, they will grab it, trust me. And what happens is they will notice 1, 2, 3 defects, and it sets the stage for a completely different visit, because now they are really looking for what's wrong with your house, and trust me, they will find it. And every single time they find something, they will use that against making an offer on your house, or if by miracle they do, to negotiate your price down. It's kind of like if you were to stay in a 4-season hotel, and if you found a hair in the sink, well, all of a sudden that room is no longer worth $400 a night. Buyers think exactly the same way. So top reason number 1 is your house is not ready for market. The way you live in a house and the way you market a house are 2 very different things. And if you sell your house the way you live in it, chances are it will not sell for the full asking price, and it will take a lot longer for the house to sell. Whereas with proper preparation, you could get this all done in a matter of weeks, maybe possibly even days, depending on how you position your house. Top reason number 1 is your house hasn't been prepared for market and needs repairs. Buyers are unimpressed and they're looking for problems instead of looking for a place where they can move in. Top reason number 2 is your house is not showcased properly. It needs a deep cleaning, and the interior has not been rearranged to create an inviting space, allowing buyers to visualize themselves living in the house. That's a big one. Here's what you need to understand. Buyers, and you included, make decisions on an emotional level. It either appeals to them or it does not. This is not something that can be really described. You cannot put numbers on it. There's no logic. It's either they feel it or they don't. If you don't create a space that's inviting for them, where they can really visualize themselves sitting on the couch, watching TV, hanging out on a patio, or hanging out watching a movie in the bedroom, you've lost them. There is no emotional attachment. There is no reason for them to want to pursue your house. So that is a big one. Like I was saying earlier, the way you live in a house and the way you market a house are 2 very different things. Not taking the time to create a space that's inviting to buyers is guaranteed to cost you tens of thousands of dollars and possibly months on the market, because buyers will not feel at ease in the property. They will not be emotionally attached. They will not think, my God, I found my house. They will just say, well, hey, it's a house. Top reason number 2, your house is not showcased, hasn't been properly prepared, and you have not rearranged your furniture you're belonging to, creating an inviting space. Top reason number 3, that's a big one too. Your house is not priced properly. There is a disconnect between the price you're asking and the value it offers in buyer's eyes. That is a big one. And the key word here is value in the buyer's eyes. Buyers don't care what you think. They don't care, how much you love the house, how much you've done to it, what the memory is in the house. They're looking for value. And the way to do that is they compare. So they visit house number one, they make an idea, they kind of like have their opinion of house number one, they go to house number two and they compare it to house number one. Well, guess what? If your house is priced higher and offers less value to them, you're done. They're not going to make an offer. They'll live there, say, thank you very much, you have a beautiful house, and you'll never hear from them again. So pricing is actually a very critical part of getting your house sold. Here's an interesting stat from Zillow.com. Houses who've stayed on the market 11 months sell for on average 12% less than houses that sold within a month. Houses that have been on the market for 50 days sell for about 8% less, 6% less, 100 days 8%, and then 6 months 10% less. So you can see how time on the market, every day that your house stays on the market, costs you money. And these are not my numbers, these are stats that were compiled over thousands and thousands of home sales all over the country. So pricing your house properly is absolutely critical. And average agents use a technique called CMA, comparative market analysis. And if you rely on that to price your house, you're done. You will make a pricing error, either pricing too low or too high, but you will not get the price right. If you price too low, you will lose profit. If you price too high, you will lose profit and end up on the market much longer than you want to. So pricing your property right. So reason number three, your house is not priced properly. And reason number four is your house is not marketed properly. Photos, videos, and printed material of poor quality. Online and offline marketing fail to magnify its selling features. So there is a reason why I put marketing last in that list. It's because out of all four, it is the least important, but it is a very critical area to cover too. Here's what I mean. If you have a house that's not in showing condition, that hasn't been prepared and is not priced right, it doesn't matter the amount of marketing you do, all you're going to become is noise in buyers' ears. They will not pay attention, they will not want to look at the house. So that's why, marketing is important, but out of all four reasons, this is the least important. Not having a proper, a good marketing campaign is actually going to be detrimental because you have less eyeballs looking at your house, meaning less chances to get an offer. And I see every day in the MLS pictures that were taken with the iPhone that have the bad exposure where the house hasn't been picked up, the bed is not made, laundry is on the floor, and this goes into the MLS. How's that going to sell your house? I mean, if an agent does that, I do not understand why they're even getting paid. This is actually, the very, very basic of marketing. Show something that's attractive, that makes people feel good and want to look at it. So that's why it's really, really important to have, high definition quality pictures, high definition videos. Printed material must be world-class material, must be actually have extremely good quality, must make the phone ring. If you have a MLS sheet printed in the box on the outside in front of the house, you're dead. You're not going to catch anybody's attention. So reason number four is your house is not marketed properly. It's really, really important to have an agent who understands marketing. See, most agents are salespeople. What they do is they dial, they knock on doors, they go talk to people until they find a client, they help them. That's being a salesperson. But in order to sell your house, you need a marketer, somebody who understands positioning, who understands the difference between price and value, somebody who is going to understand marketing, somebody who is going to understand proper preparation, somebody who's not going to rush, somebody who has time to position your house in such a way that it becomes the best value in the neighborhood. And that's how you get the price that you want. If you want to find out more about how we do this, I encourage you to visit that website that I just recently launched. I'm very excited about theSignatureApproach.com. It is the nuts and bolts of the approach we use to sell home, the signature approach, which is guaranteed to get you the maximum price possible, that eliminates waste of time and money, and that eliminates stress. Because don't forget one thing, if your house sits on the market, your plans are on hold. If your plans are on hold, you're not happy. If you're not happy, you feel stressed. If you feel stressed, it's going to impact you, your family, your plans, the promises that you've made to them, possibly even your performance at work. You might even impact your mental, you might go crazy and might be lacking sleep. So it's super, super important to have an agent that understands how to position your home properly so that it sells quickly and so that you get the best price possible. Again, according to Zillow, homes that sold within 30 days of being on the market sold for an average of 100%. Actually, it's a 99 point something. Let's call it 100% of their asking price. There is a reason for that. My goal when I represent you is to make sure that it happens within that first 30 days so that you get the you want, you can move on with your life, and you can buy the house for you and your family so that you can be happy, have a pleasant experience, and recommend us. So that's all I had for today. I hope you enjoyed this broadcast. Again, thesignatureapproach.com. If you have any questions, comment here under. I will be responding. Or text me on my cell, which is 702-813-2661. Have a great day. I'll see you on Friday.